press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, welcome. We are discussing the concept chapter of coordination chemistry, and this will be our part 8 of that chapter. Coordination chemistry, coordination compounds. So till now we have discussed about Barnard's theory, IUPAC nomenclature. We discussed about isomerism yesterday. There are two different types, geometrical and we have discussed structural, that is structural and stereoisomerism. In structural we have discussed full-fledged analysis. In stereoisomerism we discussed with the coordination number 2, 3, it doesn't exist. Geometrical isomerism, that is cis-trans. With coordination number 4, there is the existence of cis-trans isomerism, but not in hybridization like sp3, but hybridization should be dsp, that is square planar complexes. We discussed it with respect to bidentate ligands as well, the concept of what? Isomerism, right? Today our discussion will be now with respect to octahedral complex, that is coordination number of 6. In coordination number 6 containing coordination compounds, whether geometrical isomerism will exist or not. Very simple, we have discussed the proformed reasons now. Now when we look on the shape of this coordination number 6, it will be quite simple to analyze. This is our metal atom and this is the ligand. These are all ligands present. So structure is square planar and you got one pyramid above it and one pyramid below it. So you will have square planar bipyramidal. This is one of the faces of that octahedral structure. Now with respect to this, what different compounds, coordination compounds will show geometrical isomerism, that is cis and trans isomerism. Clearly I mentioned there must be a distinguishing factor in which two similar ligands will be present on two opposite sides of a plane. See here, when you look on the ligand systems here, these, if you draw it more properly, we will find out these ligands are all in plane. And there is one ligand above the plane and there is one more ligand below the plane, right? So there are these 4 ligands are in the plane. That means the angle which is with respect to the ligands and the ligand in the plane, it's what degree? 90. It will be all 90-degree angles and this angle will be 180 degrees. Am I clear here? Now, if you want to talk about the cis and trans conformation, that should be quite simple. Two similar ligands on the same sides or on the opposite sides. Let us have a look. If I have a complex of ML6 type complex plus minus N, ML6 type complex is a general name that I have given. You can have a complex like Cr H2O 6 times 3 plus. This is a complex that is given to us. Naturally, there is no possibility of geometrical isomerism because we don't have two similar ligands present here at all. Then the structure wise it will be, we'll have a metal atom. It will be surrounded by what? Water here. Then you will have here also one more water molecule. Then you will have one more water molecule here. Keep it in mind, oxygen is donating the electrons and you will have one more water molecule here. And one water molecule above the plane and one water molecule below the plane. Correct or not? So in this case you cannot say on the same side and on the opposite side of the plane. Suppose this is a plane for us. You can have a structure like this, OH2, OH2, cis, this cis, this is cis, this is cis. Now this OH2 and OH2 are trans, but at the same time OH2, OH2 are cis. So children, in the complex like ML6 or in the complex like ML5, A type of complexes, there is no possibility of geometrical isomerism. So in ML5A type of complexes, geometrical isomerism will not exist. How? If it is ML 5A type complex. That will mean, suppose one example we can take, that will mean Cr H2O5 times and Cl charge will be plus minus N. So actually I would say there are Cl3. We know there are different isomers possible for it. So if one chlorine comes up in and one water, rather than acting as a ligand, will act as water of crystallization, then it will be ML5B type of a system, correct or not? In this case, what will happen? So we can say water. So there are 5 water molecules. Then one of the water molecule has been removed and it has been replaced by what? B. So again, there is no possibility, because again, with respect to 2 similar ligands, water and water on the cis, this is also cis, these 2, water and B ligand can be here chlorine. So there is no possibility of geometrical isomerism. So in a complex of ML5A type, geometrical isomerism is not existing again. There is no possibility of geometrical isomerism, right? Or clear or not? Good. Let us elaborate it further and let us just change the complex now. If it is ML5A, now let us make the complex as ML4A2 type of complex. ML4A2 type of complex with plus minus N. Now, with respect to L, there is no possibility, because L at the same time will be present at cis and trans positions. Now when you look on A, yes, you can arrange this A around the metal atom in cis and trans direction. Keep it in mind, these 2 positions above and below is trans. These 2 are also trans, this is also trans, but usually above and below plane we are taking that into trans configuration. So ML4A2 type of complex, you can have a name of that also, CrNH3, how many times? 4 times. You can have Cn, how many times? Twice. Complex will have the charge of, suppose, plus 1. That's outside we have got chlorine. So ML4A2 type of complex. Right. So whether isomerism, that is geometrical isomerism, will exist with respect to this or not? 100% yes. With the complex of ML4A2 type or the complex of MA4L2 type plus minus N, definitely geometrical isomerism will exist. So it will be geometrically active. There will be cis and trans configurations with respect to it. Let me show you those, children. Okay, have a look. So we have this complex CrNH3 4 times Cn2. So I'll mention it. So you have to see it matches with the general concept that I have discussed out. Okay, so you need to see the general concept of the complex that is given to you, with what metal atom and with what coordination complex it is matching. You can take the examples into consideration. As I mentioned, this is the reason why I am giving more general views. Yes. Okay, let's have a look on this complex. So we have a complex like we have Cr, we have got ammonia. How many ammonias are there? There are 4 ammonias. So this is NH3. Then you got one more NH3. Then you have one more NH3. Then you have one more NH3. So these are all at the angle of what degrees? 90 degrees. Keep it in mind. If suppose you will draw one NH3 above the plane and one NH3 in the plane, what is the angle again? Angle is again 90 degrees. So angle is everywhere you are getting is 90 degrees. Till the time angle is not changing, the shape of the molecule doesn't change. Clear? So here also NH3, chromium NH3 will have 90 degrees. If one NH3 is above the plane, that will also be 90 degrees. So then you have got ammonia molecules here. Then one Cn above the plane and one Cn will have below the plane. Now have a look. This is a planar structure. And these 2 Cn molecules, one is above the plane, one is below the plane. You can understand it by simple quotation here. Have a look here. So this is our square planar structure, right? If you pass something through it, consider this to be on the other side. If it is on the other side, you will have one below the plane, one above the plane. So these are 4 in the plane, 1, 2, 3, 4, one above the plane, one below the plane. Now you can see they are on the opposite sides of the plane, right? So one towards me, one towards you. So on the opposite sides of the plane, this is trans or cis. When the similar ligands are on the opposite sides of a plane, then it is trans conformation. So this will be cis or trans, this will be trans. If you want to draw it as cis conformer, then cis geometrical isomer, then you will have chromium. You got which one? You have NH3 here. Very good. Then again, you have which one? NH3 here, right? Here also, you have got CN, then here you got, again you have NH3, then as usual I have replaced this CN, ammonia here. So what's the group here now? We got NH3 here, and one above the plane we have CN. Now have a look, this is a planar structure, and this CN are present on the similar side. If this CN is present here, it's present here, it is present here, or it is present here, doesn't matter, because these you are looking in 2 dimensions. But when you look in 3 dimensions, how will be the arrangement in 3 dimensions? It will be like this, children. So we have chromium here, right? Then what's the bond you have here? You got ammonia. Then you got ammonia. Then you got ammonia. Then you got CN. So above the plane also there is CN. So this CN above the plane here, above the plane here, and one CN here, they are on the same side of the plane, right? So this will be what conformation? Cis respectively. So anywhere if you put CN, any of these, it will be a cis configuration for us, correct? Because angle is not changing. If you are putting CN here, or suppose you put ammonia here, instead of that you put CN here. Tell me the angle between CN and CN here. Here, what is the angle? So here CN and CN, what's the angle here? Is it 90 degrees? Absolutely yes. It is one above the plane and one in the plane. So it will be 90-degree angle. So this will be what configuration for us? Trans. So children, for the molecule of molecular formula Ml4A2 charges plus minus N, the number of geometrical isomers you have will be 2. There will be 2 geometrical isomers with it. Clear? So a complex of MA4B2 type will definitely exhibit what? Geometrical isomerism. And there will be 2 geometrical isomers available. Clear? Good. One important thing that we need to understand here is one more, which is if we now change the complexes, like we said ML6, then we said ML5A, then we said ML4A2, then we will make it, ligand quality will change. Say we'll have ML3A3 type of ligand is there. You can have an example, say CrNH3 3 times Cl3, or you can have a complex COK3, then you got FeCN6, it is AB6 type, it will be metal L6 type, so it won't exhibit any geometrical isomerism. So you have now 3 similar ligands and 3 similar ligands respectively. Now cis-trans configuration is not possible. Remember, when you have a molecule of MA3B3 type, there are 2 positions that these ligands can take. Have a look, children, carefully. Okay, so we have a metal atom and A3, B3 is there. So first we'll draw a metal atom. Okay, now these are the bonds made. Then this is one above the plane, this is one below the plane. So it's octahedral geometry with hybridization of sp3d2 or d2sp3 hybridization. That we'll see later why sp3d2 and d2sp3 hybridization when we deal with chemical bonding of this, right? Bonding of coordination compounds. Clear? Now in this case we have a metal atom here, right? So suppose, children, this is a planar part of this diagram structure technically, right? So we have A3. Say we have here A, then you got here A, then you have one more A here. Then positions here will be B, you will have B here, you will have B here. Try to understand it out clearly. When I am drawing an octahedral out of it, you will find out the trio of ligands. Trio of ligands. So this is trio of ligands. When you are making and connecting square bipyramidal shape, you will find out trio of ligands is present adjacent to each other on one of the faces of octahedral structure. So one of the face of that octahedral shape will be made up of same ligands. You have that here. Can you see that here? It is made up of A, correct or not? So in such a case, and here also, if you can see here, B also, it is making one of the face of this octahedral structure, right? So a system which contains a trio of ligands, if it was like this, children, MA3, X, Y, Z, then again with respect to A3, if A3, this trio of similar ligands is making and is present in the general geometry in such a way that this trio is making one of the faces, then we will have a geometrical conformer, geometrical isomer, which is also a special type of geometrical isomerism called as facial isomer. So this is the isomer wherein the atoms are present. This is a geometrical isomer wherein the atoms are making one of the faces of the octahedral structure, right? So this is facial isomer, or we call that as fac isomer. Correct or not? Now there is one more possibility associated with respect to this. And what will be that? Same MA3, B3 type of system. You can have CrNH3 thrice, Cl thrice. We know different types of isomers. So I am giving a general case Ma3, B3 type of complex, N plus minus. Oxidation state depend upon counter ions attached to it. Right. Now if these, see this is a general geometry I am drawing here. So you have metal atom here. These are our 6 points, square bipyramidal, square planar bipyramidal, above and below the plane. If I connect these. Now, this is here, say A and A and A. Then half of the planar structure, when the atoms are present in such a way, similar atoms are present in such a way that they are making or they are completing one half of the planar part of that diagram, planar part of that octahedral structure. We call that as meridional isomer, or that's called as Mer isomer. So geometrical isomers will be two. One will be fac, one will be facial isomer, and one will be Mer. Fac and Mer isomerism comes into play in a complex of general formula Ma3B3 or Ma3XYZ or Ma3. You can have a bidentate ligand also B. So there are three similar ligands present, then facial and meridional isomerism will come into play. Am I clear? You can see that arrangement of atoms is varying. When arrangement of atoms will vary, definitely their properties will be differing. Am I clear? So in Ma3B3 type of complex, the geometrical isomerism existing is called as facial and meridional isomerism. This is for coordination number 6. Okay, if you have polydentate ligand systems now, if you have polydentate ligand system, what exactly does polydentate ligand system mean? So when I talk about a polydentate ligand system, we can have metal atom AA twice or AA thrice, because coordination number 6 we are discussing, or MAB how many times? Thrice. So in MAB thrice and in MAA thrice, there is no possibility of what? Geometrical isomerism is not going to exist here at all. Cis-trans isomerism cannot be discussed unless and until it is unsymmetrical. If it is unsymmetrical, there is a chance of having geometrical isomerism possible. You want to see that also? Let's have a look. A bidentate ligand, first of all, you need to understand how the arrangement will be there. Say, if I have M, then AA twice, then we have Cl2. MAA twice Cl2 plus minus N, or MAA twice L2. Remember, whenever there is bidentate ligand should be attached to central metal atom at 90-degree angles. Let me draw the diagram here, children. So we have metal atom. Then you have A here donating the electron. So this is A. Okay. Then it is A bidentate ligand. Then again here at 90-degree angle it is A. Then it will be A again donating the electron. A while earlier it was ammonia. Now it is AA. Yesterday only I told you with respect to AA, geometrical isomerism is not possible. Then you have L2. One L above the plane and one L will be below the plane. Yes or no? Now you can see that With respect to A, geometrical isomerism is not existing, but you have two similar ligands. So L and L. This is which conformation? Cis or trans? This one will be trans because L and L are on the opposite side. So you want to understand this AA. Instead of that AA, what I can take? Suppose if I taken EN, ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine, what is the donor atom? Nitrogen. It will be nitrogen. Then it will be CH2, CH2. Then again nitrogen, electron donation. So here again nitrogen, then CH2, CH2, then again nitrogen, and it is donating the electrons. So we don't show this CH2 group here at all. We show directly nitrogen linked to nitrogen, and here nitrogen linked to nitrogen. Keep it in mind, this circular ring that we are making out, or the rings type of structure we are making out, is composed of CH2, CH2, in case the ligand is EN, ethylene diamine. Now if it is AB type of ligand system, if it is M, A, B twice, L2, again it is possible here. But AB system here will be, AB system when you take, it will be like M glycinato, right or not? So metal atom surrounded by glycine, glycinato with negative charge on it, on the oxygen. You already know the ligands. So it will be trans isomer. So it is MAB type, L2. With respect to L2, cis and trans is also possible. What will be the cis isomer? Now, when you want to draw cis isomer, again, things should be kept in mind very thick and fast. Keep it in mind. The angle that should be present should be 90 degrees between the two. So this will be our nitrogen. Then it will be our nitrogen. It has donated electrons to metal atom. Then here, instead of that, we'll have chlorine. Here we'll have chlorine. Then again we'll have nitrogen, and here we'll have nitrogen. So ring will come like this. So ring structure, and then it is EN, ethylene diamine. This is also ethylene diamine, and this is chlorine and chlorine. This is cis or trans. This will be cis because they are present on the same side of the plane. Or is it clear or not? Now, if I make it, understand these things very well, children. I am taking very complicated cases with respect to isomerism. Now, if I take in terms of geometrical isomerism, if I take M, A, B, thrice, M, A, B, thrice. Is there any possibility of geometrical isomerism directly? We can see in the diagrams also. No. We can draw some diagrams for it, plus minus N. So we have a metal atom, right? Then 1, 2, 3, 4. One above the plane, one below the plane. These are what? Coordinate bonds made to the central metal atom. Correct or not? So we have AB. I'll draw here A. It's a bidentate ligand, right? So here it is B. It is B here. Donated electrons. I'll make it here A. I'll make it B here. Again, I'll make it A here. And it will be B. It's a bidentate ligand. Okay, this is the complex that I have drawn. Keep it in mind. So AB, AB, AB. Now look on this particular part. This is a planar structure, right or not? Now, if you see here, there is no possibility of geometrical isomerism anywhere existing. However, if I rotate the molecule a bit, what I will do here is, keep it in mind when the bonds I am drawing, what exactly I am doing. See, we have A here. I am not doing anything with it. You are getting it or not? Now, this one, I am giving a bit of rotation. Once I rotate this one, what will be the structure here? It will be B. It will be A. Yes? And this one I will keep as such, AB. Here it is AB. And this is AB here. This is a planar structure. So this is a planar part for us, right? And this planar part of this square planar bipyramidal structure has been made, half of it, that is planar structure, half of it, the triangular part of that planar structure has been made by 3 similar ligands. Although they are the parts of bidentate ligand. This will give you what isomer? MER, meridional isomerism is possible. Similar way, when meridional isomerism is possible, there is a possibility by rearranging these isomers to get what? Facial isomer also, in which A will be occupying the same space. So what is here? You have B here. You have B here. If you give particular one rotation, so you will get meridional and facial isomerism with respect to this. But with respect to unsymmetrical ligand system, not with respect to similar bidentate ligands. Am I clear or not? So we need not to go into more complex things with respect to geometrical isomerism. So you understood here that in hybridization of sp3, which is tetrahedral, there is no possibility of geometrical isomerism because all the positions are face to face with respect to each other. They are aligned with respect to each other, adjacent to each other. So there is no question of on the same side or on the opposite side. Then the special types of MA3B3 type of systems I have shown. Then we have learnt about different types of complex like MAA twice AB, right? MAA twice with respect to L2. Then you have got XYZ, MA3B3. So different types of complex I have shown in which geometrical isomerism is exhibited by the molecule. Am I clear? So keep it in mind. This is with respect to geometrical isomerism. Now our discussion goes a bit deeper for stereoisomerism in terms of it is optical isomerism. Now I could have discussed geometrical and optical isomerism together, whether it will show or not. Then that resultant you can give later. Okay. So now I will talk about optical isomerism, which is a part of stereoisomerism in coordination compounds. Optical isomerism. What are optical isomers? You know that we are representing those optical isomers in D and L, dextro and levorotatory. So we have polarizer or we have polarimeter. In that we have a sample when you are passing the light which has got multiple planes. When you pass it through optically active substance, as it passes through the optically active substance, the angle gets altered. So we need to see from the reference standard whether it has moved towards right or left. We have optical activity in the substance. But certain things that you need to keep in mind are what we have heard in our organic chemistry as well is for any optical activity to come into play, the important condition, first important condition that we have learned is chiral center. Now, what is a chiral center? Chiral center. We know it is attached to 4 different groups, But the mere presence of a chiral center does not guarantee that optical activity will be there. Because there are many atoms with chiral centers, but they are optically inactive. You have meso compounds, you know different examples of meso compounds, yes or no? Oh, clear? So when you have, what is a meso compound? Which can be divided into 2 equal parts or which has any substance, even if it has unsymmetrical systems in it, unsymmetrical atoms in it, then if that particular atom has got any point of symmetry in it, when I say point of symmetry, we mean to say it has got plane of symmetry, it has got point of symmetry. Got it? So any system which has plane of symmetry in it, it will be optically inactive, even if this substance will have chiral centers in it. So a substance should not be divided into 2 symmetrical parts, 2 identical parts. So if you are not able to divide a substance or a coordination compound into 2 identical parts, even if it does not have an unsymmetrical center point itself at all, but it should not be divided into 2 equal parts. When you are not able to divide into 2 equal, here I mean to say 2 symmetric parts. Equal is different, symmetric is different. It's a very simple example, you might have done it earlier. If I take O into consideration, O, and if I take G into consideration, if I take H into consideration, even one element of symmetry, plane of symmetry, point of symmetry, we call these as elements of symmetry. In organic chemistry, you would have done it much more precisely, because the discussion of optical isomerism comes into play only when you are able to discuss about the symmetrical consideration, symmetry of the different compounds. Okay, So there should be no element of symmetry. When there is no element of symmetry present, substance will be optically active. Whether it has a chiral center or not, it's not a discussion to do at all. So whenever you are trying to find out whether a given substance is optically active or not, just try to find out whether elements of symmetry are present or not. If element of symmetry is present, it will be optically inactive. A substance with element of symmetry but a chiral center will be optically inactive. Any point of symmetry present, even if it is attached to different groups, will be optical inactivity will be there. It will be optically inactive. Geometrical activity will be different. So optical activity, I said, it is the tendency of the substance to make the plane of polarized light to deviate from its original path. That can only happen when there is difference in the arrangement of the particles within that basic molecule. If we had the time, we can discuss out the full-fledged, it's a 2 to 3 hours discussion of how exactly polarimetry is able to find out whether a substance is optically active or not. Clear? Right, children? So if I want to find out a symmetric point or symmetry for this O, can I do it? Yes. It has many planes of symmetry. This way you can divide into 2 equal parts. This way you can divide into 2 equal parts. And along z-axis also you will be able to divide into 2 equal parts. So along x-axis, along y-axis and z-axis you will have symmetries there. So these are lines of symmetry we have drawn. We can draw the plane of symmetry through this O also. If you take G into consideration, can you divide it into 2 equal parts? No. Can you divide into 2 equal parts? No. Is it possible for you to divide into 2 equal parts? Definitely not. So optically, I mean to say this is not symmetric molecule. Thus, if the molecule cannot be divided, does not have any plane of symmetry, it will be optically active. Here, you can divide H into 2 equal parts. Definitely yes, this way also and this way also. Even this way, you will be in a position to divide it into 2 equal parts. You will get this part and this part. Now, sir, this is quite easy because these are alphabets and we even can see that we can divide into 2 equal parts. But, children, when you are into the concept of optical isomerism, one thing which is very important is the 3-dimensional view in mind. You need to analyze a coordination compound or given compound 3-dimensionally. 2-dimensionally, many times you might see that a molecule is being divided into 2 equal halves. 2-dimensionally, you can think of that. But children, whenever you talk about optical activity, you should get a mirror image which is not superimposable. Mirror images which are not superimposable will be optically active because they won't contain plane of symmetry. As I go forward, I will discuss this discussion profusely. Basic organic chemistry discussion or basic general chemistry discussion. General organic chemistry, you might have done it out during your previous discussions as well. Right? Okay. So 3D view is very important. First of all, when you look on optical activity, you need to have 4 atoms attached, unsymmetrical system. So with coordination number 2 and coordination number 3, it's not possible because every time you have coordination number 2 and coordination number 3, plane of symmetry will always be available to you. Right? So if you have a coordination number 3 itself, right, metal atom, this is L1, L2, L3, 3 different atoms. Consider these to be balls. So you when you pass through it, you cannot divide into 2 equal parts. However, you can draw one plane. So a triangular fashion will be like this. Have a look, children. So we have metal atom here, ligand here, 1 here, 3 here. So with coordination number 2, 3, it's not possible only because it's not attached to 4 different groups itself, first of all. Then the second thing that we can talk about, so to understand it, is plane of symmetry is available. How? So you have ligand 1, ligand 2, ligand 3. Let me show you in coordination number 4, wherein and where from actually optical isomerism starts. From where? Coordination number 4. We are discussing coordination number 4 and coordination number 6 usually, children, because these are more liked or more taken shapes by different molecules because of their symmetrical considerations. Okay, so first of all, let us talk about metal atom attached to 4 ligands and same ligands. This is metal atom attached to 4 similar ligands, so you do not have any chiral center. This will be definitely optically inactive. So a complex of Ni Cl4 -2 is optically inactive. So it will not have any optical isomerism at all. Geometrical isomerism, definitely not. So geometrical isomerism is not there in sp3 hybridization, right or not? So it will be geometrically inactive. It's optically inactive when the ligands are of same type. So stereo isomerism wise, geometrical isomer is 0, optical isomer is also 0. So ML4 type system will not show any type of stereo isomerism to us. Clear? Right. Let's look on the next one. Okay, what if this system is square planar? Remember this. If this complex has metal atom and it is square planar, L, 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 even if it is attached to 4 different groups, that means in hybridization of DsP2 in square planar shape of a molecule, even if chiral center or unsymmetric center is present, even if you have unsymmetric center present, there we call chiral carbon in organic chemistry. Here we will call chiral center or chiral metal atom. So if it is unsymmetric, if it has unsymmetrical center also, remember that square planar molecules will never show optical isomerism, because anytime if you draw a square planar shape, it will always have a plane of symmetry for it. You can understand that here. Suppose these are 4 atoms attached to the metal atom. Now these 4 atoms, consider these to be 4 balls. So we have metal atom here. So you have ligand 1 here. Try to get it out clearly, children. So we have metal here in the middle. So you have one ball here, you have one here, you have one here, and you have one here on the back, right? So 1, 2, then 3, 4. In the middle, metal atom. Now what I will do is, I can cut this into parallel to the surface of Earth. If I draw the plane to it, what I will be able to do? There are back 2 ligands, different ligands. So when I am putting a plane, like I am putting one saw, so to cut it out, I am able to cut it here. Then the metal atom is also being cut. Then when I go further forward, it's also being cut. When you look on these two, these will be identical. They will be mirror images of each other. Correct or not? So you got a plane of symmetry in the molecule. When you have a plane of symmetry in the molecule, optically inactive substance. Let me show you again here. Now upside down I will show. One here, one here, one here, one here. Square planar shape. This is metal atom. These are all balls here, right? Consider these to be balls. Now when I break it, suppose ligand 1, ligand 2, ligand 3, ligand 4, it will break into what? Equal parts. So once you are breaking it to equal parts, you will be able to find out optical isomerism is not exhibited by square planar systems, even if it is attached to 4 different groups. Then when you talk about 4 different groups in sp3 hybridization, here 4 similar groups, there is no possibility. No geometrical isomerism, no optical isomerism, because there is no unsymmetric center, chiral center is not there available. If it is sp3 hybridization and metal atom is attached to 4 different ligands, that is L1, then you have L2, then you have L3, and then you have L4. So this is a tetrahedral shape of the molecule that we have drawn here. So if you want to draw it more clear, it will be like this, M. So you got ligand here, then you have here, then here, then here. So these are our 4 ligands present. So this is L1, this is L2, this is L3, this is L4. First condition is clear for us. It does contain a chiral center. Okay. What if contains a chiral center? We will still see the plane of symmetry. Now, if you look on it 2-dimensionally, then you might think, sir, we can divide into 2 equal parts. How? Have a look, sir. We can divide it. Or we can divide it, or we can divide it into 2 equal halves. That will be completely wrong, because we are looking in 2 dimensions. If you look on 3-dimensional arrangement of this, it will be like this, children. So one here, one here, then one here. This is metal atom for us. One will be going behind. Now every time you try to touch these, you will be able to touch only This is our metal atom. This is L1, this is L2, this is L3, this is L4. Usual rules that you will do will be that you will draw it is mirror image. And when you draw the mirror image, you see how exactly it will look like. Okay, so what do you have? Metal atom. You got L1, you have L2, you have L3, you have L4, right? So these are all ligands donating the electron pair to the metal atom. So if I am drawing its mirror image, if the molecule wants to see in the mirror how it looks like, M. What are the rules of mirror image? The rules are the one which is closest to the reference, which is a mirror image, mirror here, technically it's a reference actually. So with respect to reference, whichever is closest, you have to draw that one as the closest one. So it will be L4, this one will become farthest L2, L1 will remain at the same place and L3 will remain at the same place, right or not? If you try to superimpose these, you will find out when you take it up, L1 on L1, don't cover it like a book, otherwise they will seem to be superimposable. So if you take it up, face down, put it on this, L1 on L1, L3 on L3, but L2 and L4 will not be matching. Thus, there is no plane of symmetry available at all. Thus, it's optically active. So, a complex with sp3 hybridization and 4 different ligand systems will be optically active. Now, what about there? It is geometrical activity. Geometrical isomer will be how many? 0. There is no geometrical isomer for it. How many optical isomers will be there? There will be 2. Suppose if this one is D1, this one will be L. If it is just dextrorotatory, definitely the other one will be levorotatory. One rotating the plane of polarized light towards right and one rotating the plane of polarized light towards left. Am I clear with this? So, with a system of M, L, M, A, B, C, D type of system, M, A, B, C, D type of system is showing geometrical activity also and optical activity. Keep it in mind. M, A, B, C, D complex will show optical isomerism. So, how many optical isomers? 2. And how many geometrical isomers? 3. Because there are 2 cis and 1 trans positions available. Look on the last classes. So, in this, but if it is square planar, keep it in mind. If it is square planar, understand it, then geometrical isomer is possible. If it is tetrahedral, then what is possible? Optical isomerism. So, this complex of 4 different ligands attached to metal atom will only show what isomerism? Optical isomerism, but geometrical activity will not be shown by it. But if a complex is M, A, B, C, D, but it is square planar, M, A, B, C, D, but it is square planar, it will show only geometrical activity, not optical activity. Clear? So, how many geometrical isomers for this? sp3 hybridization and tetrahedral, geometrical isomers 0, optical isomers will be 2 with respect to coordination number 4. Clear? Tetrahedral, keep it in mind. Now, a shortest golden rule, which is that tetrahedral systems will not show what? Geometrical isomerisms, and square planar systems will not show what? Optical isomerism. Am I clear? That's it. That's a basic thing. Now here, in this, do we have any plane of symmetry possible? Can we draw any plane of symmetry to this? 100% not, because this is 3-dimensional. When you look on 3-dimensional, you will be able to touch only 3 coordinates, 3 bonds at a time. Want to have a look on this? Just observe it out. Observe this dimensionally. This is metal atom. Ligand 1, okay? Then 2, then 3, then 4. You show it usually by bond line notation, but usually that will be written in organics part. We will show wedges and dashed lines. Here you need to comprehend the diagrammatic analysis properly. So you have 4 ligands. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I draw any plane, whatever the plane I am drawing, if I draw this way, what I am doing? L4 is going here. L3 is going here, L2 is going here, L1 is on the top. So I am breaking L1. There is a base. Look here. On the top we have 1. I am breaking it off. Breaking it off. Now when you see the 2, are they symmetrical? Are they identical? Obviously not. So it will be optically active. There is no plane of symmetry available. Besides that, it has a chiral center. But I said, Not only the presence of chiral center is important, it's also important that it should not have any plane of symmetry available to it at all. Am I clear with the thought? Very good. So let us go to the next molecule and understand it out clearly. If I have a bidentate ligand now, square planar system, and I have already cleared it out in terms of coordination number, what? Coordination number, what's the coordination number here? 4. And there I talked about square planar system and tetrahedral system, right? Let us look on few examples of coordination number 6. Okay. Now we will talk about coordination number 6. Remember, plane of symmetry, point of symmetry. Directly I will write down complex of ML6 type plus minus n and a complex of ML5A type plus minus n. These two will not exhibit any geometrical isomerism. They are not exhibiting geometrical isomerism, we know, and they are not exhibiting optical isomerism as well. Because when you look on ML6, you can break it into 2 equal parts. There will be definite plane of symmetry available to the molecule, right? Wherein you can divide into 2 equal parts. Oh, correct or not? Because when you look on octahedral structure, you have ligand here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 1 above the plane, 1 below the plane. Yes? So if you cut this way, you are cutting the plane, right? Which has got 4 ligands in it. So when you cut it in this way, so half of ligand above, half of ligand above, half of ligand above, half of ligand above, and 1 ligand above. So ligand, half of the atom, half of the ligand, half of the ligand, half of the ligand. Below, 1 direct, below the plane, half, 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 half. So you got 2 identical structures out of it. So there will be mirror images of each other, right? So you have a plane of symmetry, correct? And there is plane of symmetry in ML6 type of a system. Definitely there will be no exhibition of what? Optical isomerism. Similar way, ML5A, definitely one plane of symmetry will be available. When you draw, you will find it out very easily. Now we have a complex of M, say metal atoms are. So these two are not showing any geometrical activity and optical isomerism at all, right? If I have now ML4A2 type of a system, so plus minus N, ML4A2 type of a system. Let us draw the diagrams and understand it. So ML4A2 type, I said they can exist in 2 forms. What are they? First of all, I will draw. So M, then you have L, then you got again L, then you have here L, here you have L. Above the plane you have which one? A, and below the plane you have which one? A. Now we have a problem here. What is that? When you draw the mirror image of it, I'll show it in 2 ways. Mirror image of it. The one which are closest to the mirror should be drawn in the mirror image closest to the mirror itself. So we have M. So you will get here L, this one, and you will get here L, this one, correct? And then there will be 2 for L, and there will be 1 more L. Above the plane it's A, and below the plane it is A. Now these are mirror images which are superimposable. So have a look how. So when you take this out, I showed a while earlier. When you take this up and put it here, L, 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 they will be onto each other, and A on A on A. So these are superimposable mirror images. So when they are superimposable mirror images, 100% plane of symmetry will be available. Or in other words, non-superimposable mirror images are optically active. Yes, but these are superimposable, but they are mirror images. So they will be optically inactive. You want to see the plane of symmetry? Yes, have a look. So this way. Is this a plane of symmetry? Correct. Half of metal, ligand, ligand A. Half of metal, ligand, ligand A. But this needs to be understood. This is a 3-dimensional structure. Now, being 3-dimensional in nature, we will try to understand it more clearly. Now, these are the 2 reference planes I have. Okay, these two. So I should get some more pens here so that I can show it out. In simple words, you have one here, one here, one here, one here. One above the plane, one below the plane. You got it clearly? Clear? Now easily what I can do is, If I cut it from top, ligand, then in the middle, metal atom, ligand, ligand. Keep cutting it, below ligand. So this side what I have, half of ligand, go up, I got full ligand, I got full ligand, there I got half of, see, half here, half here, half here, half here, full here, full here. This is Ml6 type of complex. Now if you have this two ligand LLL, now have a look what is there, L, 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 above it A, below it A, clear or not? Or clear or not? So you got what here? What's here? Three-dimensionally. Now, what is here? We have A. Now, in the middle, I am cutting it out. This is outwards, right? This is like this. And you have atom above the plane and below the plane. Like this chalk piece I am showing. The way I am showing the chalk piece. Above the, below. Here, one finger, this finger is one ligand. This finger is one ligand. There is one ligand, there is one ligand, right? Now, what I can do is, if I cut it here, from the top, so this particular above the plane, below the plane, ligand will break into two. Below it, the ligand will break into two. Yes, this side you will have A, this side you will have A. So A, half ligand, half ligand, half metal atom, half ligand, this side A, half ligand, then half ligand, half metal atom, then here half ligand, A will be full. So what you are getting? A here, half ligand here, half here, half metal atom here, half metal atom here. When I am cutting into two equal parts, thus I got a plane of symmetry available. When a plane of symmetry is available, but this is which conformation? This is cis. We already know the number of geometrical isomers with respect to this formula are 2. This is cis. This will be cis. So it is optically inactive. This will be again, it is mirror image. Yes or no? That's also optically inactive. Right or not? So cis is not showing optical activity at all. Clear? So how many geometrical isomers? 2. Very good. Let us now look on the trans conformer, children. Trans. So when I look on trans, what will happen is L will be removed. This A will be removed. What will have here? L. And what you will get here? A. So which conformation? A while earlier it was trans. Now it is which one? Cis. So trans is optically inactive. Cis, A and A. Now very important thing. So A here. I have changed this. What will be here? L. And what will be here? A. Now when I bring it up and put it here, what I will get? A and A. So they are here. This is here. So when I try to put the two on each other, I will find out A is superimposing on L. Thus these two, that is trans cis isomer, will have non-superimposable mirror image. And if I have shown you a while earlier diagrammatically that definitely no plane of symmetry is available, because if you cut it into two equal parts, one side you will get 2 A's, one side you will get 2 L's. So they are not symmetric with respect to each other. Thus this will be optically active. So optical activity means if this cis, which I have drawn here, cis one, if it is D, 100% its mirror image will be L. So I got how many geometrical isomers? 2, cis and trans. I got how many optical isomers? 2. Which one is optically active? Cis or trans conformer from this? Which one? Trans is optically inactive. Cis is optically active. So how many geometrical isomers with this formula? 2. And how many optical isomers with this formula? 2. Technically it should have been 6. Because when there are 2 geometrical isomers, each geometrical isomer will show its optical activity plus minus. That should have been 6. But it is coming only 4. If it's asked, you should understand it. Because children, when there is cis configuration, it's optically active, and trans configuration, because it is having a plane of symmetry or it's having a point of symmetry present in it, because breaking 2 equal parts, you are breaking into 2 equal mirror images which are superimposed onto each other, right? So thus we have optical inactivity existing. So ML4A2 type will show 4 geometrical isomers. Similar way we can write MA4L2 type, again same type, plus minus n, it will definitely show what isomerism? Optical isomerism. Am I clear or not? Very good. Let's move further forward and talk about coordination number 6 with bidentate ligands. Which ligands? Bidentate ligands. complex of M, A, B, C, D, E, F, plus minus N, coordination number 6. 6 different ligands, 100% no plane of symmetry will be available at all. With coordination number of 6 M, A, B, C, D, E, F, the number of geometrical isomers available are 15. Because children, with respect to A, if you fix A, how many more ligands are available? I'll tell you the general short rule. If you fix A, how many other positions are available? B, C, D, E, F. Total how many are available? 5. So each can be arranged with respect to A 3-dimensionally at 3 different positions along XYZ axis. With respect to what? A. So each of this will give how many isomers? 3. 3 into 5 will be. So 15 isomers, geometrical isomers will be possible. Out of which 3 have been practically found out. So 15 geometrical isomers are available. How many? 15. And each geometrical isomer will be D or L. Each geometrical isomer will be optically active as well. Because in M, A, B, C, D, E, F, there is no possibility of having what? Plane of symmetry in the molecule at all. So no plane of symmetry, so there is no element of symmetry available in this at all. You can understand it out very easily now, right? Already in your basic first years and even in your second years when you are dealing with some parts of organic chemistry itself, children, there you would have easily understood the concepts of elements of symmetry. So there are many, there is point of inversion, there is point of symmetry. These we all call these as elements of symmetry, right or not? Okay, so M, A, B, C, D, E, F. Each of these geometrical isomers are 15. So how many optical isomers also we will get? 15. Total number of stereoisomers will be 30. Keep it in mind. Each geometrical isomer will be D and its other optical isomer will be L. Total will be how many? 30 for M, A, B, C, D, E, F type of complex. So you need to see whether the point or element of symmetry is available or not. Let us talk about some bidentate ligands, children. Say if I have a complex like M, A, symmetrical bidentate ligand, how many times? Thrice. M, A, thrice, plus minus N. Now when I draw it, I'll see first of all general, the way you do it according to mirror image. So I'll draw it out. So this is our metal atom. Because this is bidentate ligand, I will draw it. Okay, so A, ligand system, then add 90 degrees, A, because if you draw these two, then it will be at 180 degrees, that you are not allowed because the angle will be increased and the ring cycle will become bit bigger. So what will happen is, here A and then A, here you have A, then here A. Okay, this is bidentate ligand of M, AA3. You can have a complex like M, metal atom, ethylene diamine twice. 3 times, coordination number 6. Let us draw the mirror image. Closest to closest, far will be far. These are bonds and technically I am drawing axes for your simplicity. AA, this should be A and this should be A. The next A, this is away, this is closest, it should come closest. So this will come closest here, AA, rules, basic rules. This is farthest. So if I say 2, this will go here. It will be A here, A here. Is it clear? So it will be A here, A here. Now, if you take this up, you will find out this will fix here. This will fix here. This will fix here. And a perfect spherical structure will be obtaining by having it superimposed or non-superimposed. Non-superimposed. So because these are non-superimposable mirror image, so it will be optically active. 100% there will be no plane of symmetry available, no point of symmetry available at all. Want to see that? Yes, have a look. Metal atom. Now when you see, you might think, sir, definitely point of symmetry and plane of symmetry will be available. How? If you draw this axis of symmetry is available or not, sir? You can see that, sir. A, half. It is A, half. So if it is AB type of complex, 100% it's not possible because even in 2 dimensions you cannot draw it because it will be AB. Here, AB. So when you break it, you will get AB, here you will get A, but here you will get only B and AA. Here you got AA, here also AA, but here part of it B, part of it A. So it will be optically inactive. Optically active. Clear? Which formula? M, AA twice, AB. So according to diagram, it will be optically active. It will have optical isomers in it. Very good. But when you look on this image, children, you will find out that this is above the plane and this is in the plane. So these four are in the plane. Now you can see it here. These four are in the plane. These two are going outwards. Now you need to dimensionally see it, children. Look here. I have atom here, the middle atom. Okay, so there is one atom going above here. So we have here ligands, ligand, ligand, ligand. Four in the plane. One here, one here, one here, one here. Let me see a piece of paper so that you can understand it well. Okay, here we have a piece of paper. One second, just wait, we'll just see it. Okay, this way will be better. Can you see this one now, children? You can see it like this. This way it will be better. Now, okay? Yes. Have a look carefully. This is ligand and these are four positions in the plane. This is one below the plane. Okay? I'm matching it here. Now, above the plane and one in the plane, you are making a bond. So, it's here. Look here. So, between this one and this one, there is one bidentate ligand attached. Got it? So, here, I'll keep it here, one on the back. This corner. Corner 1, corner 2, corner 3, corner 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, here, with one corner, it's attaching like this. Yes, that is this bond. Then the next one is, both are in the plane. So, one is here. Opposite to it, both are in the plane. So, these two ligands are here, here and here, here. These two are here. And now this is left out, right? Now, next one is here and this one. You got the point? So, here it is upwards, here it is downwards, here it is in the plane. So, when you cut it, you will get two different things. You won't be able to get a similar thing out of it at all. Identical mirror image will not be obtained. So, there is no plane of symmetry available. Thus, it will be optically active. Suppose if this is D isomer, this will be what? L isomer. And what about this formula? MMAA type, will it exhibit any geometrical isomerism? No, geometrical isomerism will not be exhibited by it at all. So, it will be optically active or inactive? Optically active. Yes or no? Okay, if it is MAB type, a while earlier I showed in MAB type, FAC and MER isomerism is possible. So, in a complex of MAB type, 3 times, you saw a while earlier, two geometrical isomers are possible. Which one? FAC and MER. And with respect to this AB3, there will be no plane of symmetry available at all. So, there will be geometrical isomers available. How many? 2. So, the total number of isomers with the formula MAB3D will be how many? 4. But with MAA thrice, the total number of isomers available will be only 2. And both of those isomers will be what isomers? Optically active isomers. We can further go in a deeper detail of it and understand it out, children. So, you simply need to see, suppose oxalato is there, oxalato. How do you mention it out? How do you draw it out? Same way, metal atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Oxalato, it's AA type, because oxalato means C, double bond O, O minus, then C, O minus, double bond O. So, we have got oxygen donating electron, C, double bond O, then bond it to C, then you got O, double bond O, donations from oxygen, MAA type. Sometimes they might mention it like this in diagrams, children, to you. So, they will write down, rather than writing AA type, they will write oxygen and oxygen, or they will write like this, oxalato. And this side also they will write oxalato. This side they will write oxalato, because donating atom is symmetric, AA. These are called as symmetric bidentate ligands. And obviously AB, this is called as unsymmetric bidentate ligand. Am I clear? So whenever you see any formula, you need to see whether plane of symmetry is available or not. So you saw in a complex M, A, B, C, D, E, F, it's possible. You saw in complex M, A, 4, B2 type, it's possible. Yes or no? What about M, A, 4, B, C type? Again possible. But now with respect to what? BC. But same, cis will be optically active, trans will be optically inactive. You need to look on these classes more clearly and more profoundly so that you can clear out in your heads what exactly optical isomerism is all about. I have made things a bit typical, but this is very important for your JEE exams itself. So we can take extreme number of examples to understand the concept of geometrical and optical isomerism. But here I have discussed the examples in terms of what? In terms of general formulas, and you need to keep every general formula in mind so that you can relate it with different compounds. And with each general formula, I have given some examples also. Right or not? So don't complicate yourself much, just make it easy. Once we are solving questions, more questions with respect to this, you will understand it, isomerism is existing or not. Am I clear? So this finishes the discussion of stereoisomerism, which actually has been, I think, removed from the syllabus part, but we have to discuss each and everything. So I won't be leaving anything as such, right? So this finishes the isomerism part of coordination compounds. So our next discussion that will start will be, children, bonding in coordination compounds. So before that, we'll solve certain questions with respect to isomerism. Clear?